Whatever you think has been causing the fires in the Mediterranean, or the incredible temperatures in the United States, or the floods in East Asia, today's report by the International Panel on Climate Change could not be clearer. That human beings are causing potentially catastrophic climate change, and that it is far cheaper and more effective to act now to avoid incalculable damage in the future, and economic damage as well. And here in the UK, we've proved that we can do it. We've halved emissions in the last 3 decades, even though our country has grown much richer. We've cut our dependence on coal with amazing speed, 93% since 2015. And the costs of new green technology are falling the whole time. 85% fall in the cost of solar in the last 10 years. 70% fall in the cost of offshore wind. And colossal private sector investments in the UK's 10-point green industrial revolution will be driving hundreds of thousands of high-skill, high-wage jobs for decades to come. We have the technology and the finance to make a big economic success of this agenda. We lack only one thing, and that is time. We must accelerate the global transformation. And at the COP26 summit in Glasgow in November, we need every other country to follow the lead of the UK and commit to net zero carbon emissions by the middle of the century. And long before that deadline, we need the big emitting countries to come forward with specific plans to cut their CO2 output. And I'm talking in particular about the G20 countries who produce so much of the world's climate change gases, not all of whom have yet set out their plans. And we're going to be extremely bold at the COP26 summit and call for the world to make big commitments to change in 4 specific areas. Coal. We want the developed world to kick the coal habit entirely by 2030 and the developing world by 2040. Cars. We want the world to follow the UK lead and abandon fossil fuel internal combustion engine machines. Cash. We want the richest nations, which have historically produced so much of the world's carbon, to recommit to supporting the rest of the planet to go green with funds of $100 billion per year. Trees. 4th, we want COP26, the UN Great Summit, to commit to restoring nature and habitat and to ending the massacre of the forests. Because trees are among our best natural defences against climate change. To be net zero for carbon, you must be net positive for trees. And by 2030, we want to be planting far more trees across the world than we are losing. These goals for this UN summit are hugely ambitious, and they will require a massive effort of global diplomacy and imagination. But we must be ambitious for that COP summit, no matter how difficult it looks now. We must be bold, because the IPCC has put it beyond reasonable doubt. This is our best chance to make the changes now we need for the health and prosperity and growth of our economy, and the best chance to safeguard the beauty and balance of the natural world and to pass it on to our children and grandchildren. And it's not a chance we can miss. Remember, coal, cars, cash, trees.